Good evening. Today I'm stopping by to tell you that you have to stop sitting and go out and get the blessing. You have to work towards the blessing. I know that we can't hurry God, and sometimes we have to wait on those blessings, but you have to work for it and towards it. You have to work towards achieving anything, and you gotta just go after the blessing. Before He gives it to you, you gotta go after it. You gotta go after it with no holds bar type of situation. You gotta go out there like you mean it, like you really, really want it. You have to go at it with such power and such force that you already declare it and decree it that it's yours. But you have to stop sitting around and waiting on somebody or someone to give you something. You have to work for it. In order to be successful in life and in order to receive that blessing, you have to work for it. You have to do it. You have to go get an education. You have to go get a trade. Or you got to work through to be a millionaire. And things that you get fast, you're going to lose them fast. The money that you get fast, you're going to lose it fast. But the money that you get slow, the money that God gives you and you receive it in a blessing, use it. But you have to work towards the blessing. I'm a firm believer in working towards whatever you want. Getting to the initial goal. I stopped by just to say this. I work towards getting my degree and I work towards getting many of my blessings because I put my feet on the floor and I stood firm in what I believed in and I worked towards it and I worked for it so that I knew that my blessing was coming because I had already prepared the steps of working in order to receive it. And I know there's a lot of people that say, yeah, you gotta wait on God. That's true. Yes, you have to wait on the Lord. But the Lord didn't say sit at home and wait. He meant work towards it and then wait to receive it, not sit at home and wait for me to give you something. You gotta stop looking for handouts from the Lord and start working your hand in towards and forward the Lord and working hand into the blessing. There's a lot of people that want to sit at home and say, well, the Lord's going to bless me, the Lord's going to give me this. He's not going to give it to you because you have yet shown Him any or little action towards what you want. They say you can speak it and you shall receive it, but when you speak it, you have to do it too. That's the thing people don't say. Yeah, you can speak it and receive it, but what have you done to receive it? Just by saying, Lord, I want a new car, have you worked to get a new car, but it's all cash? Have you worked to get that house that you can pay for in all cash? You don't have to worry about a mortgage or rent. Have you worked for anything that you are asking for? You have to work for, just like you have to work for that blessing. You gotta be a well-oiled machine to get that blessing. You gotta prove it to God that, hey, I am worthy of what I'm asking for. And why am I asking for it? Because I believe it's mine. I declare it and I decree it in the house of the Lord. You ask God that, but you have to show work and you have to show dedication. Just like when you ask God to give you a degree or be guidance over your finances, He has to see that you're not going to put yourself in the negative. He has to see that you're willing to manage and budget your bills. It's just that you have to work towards your blessing at all times and stop sitting down and just saying, I know the Lord's going to give it to me. Because He's not. I'm here to tell you, He's not going to just give it to you. He's not. You have to work for it and towards your things that you want. He gives you dominion over everything. When He gave you dominion over everything, that means He gave you dominion over the life you chose, the cards that He dealt. It's how you play them. And if you choose to sit at home and wait on the Lord and I know the Lord gonna bring me through, He gonna drop that blessing. No, He's not gonna drop that blessing. No. He's got your blessing. It's in his hand. But he's saying, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to work towards it so I can finally drop it. And then when he drop it, you'll know why. Because you worked towards it. You didn't sit at home and wait for Section 8 to call. You didn't sit at home to wait till the repo man came and changed your car up and about to pull it off, and you run outside saying, wait. You didn't wait to get that degree. You didn't postpone or procrastinate another 4 or 5 years. You didn't wait to do this and do that. You got up, you did the work, and you put yourself back there, and you put your life back together piece by piece. And you put yourself back together piece by piece. You work for whatever you want in life, and you shall receive it. But when you don't work for something, don't go asking God, where's your blessing, when you are putting nothing towards it. It's just like when you go to eat a meal and you go to somebody's house. You didn't put in on that rotisserie chicken, so why should I give you the leg when you ain't even put in on the breast meat? You got to know what you're asking for, and you got to be willing to put in the work. Stop waiting on the Lord to give you something that you just asked for when you haven't even shown your work. It's like doing a math problem. How you gonna get the correct answer when you didn't even go through the proper steps? You got to go through the proper steps, the proper channel to pour that blessing through. But when you pour that blessing through, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. Not your friends, not your family, not your enemy, not your player haters. You're gonna make them like hinds feet. And you're gonna make them your footstool. And you're gonna tell them, watch me work. Watch me do what God has given me, because I did the work to get what He has blessed me with. God bless you all. Good evening.